self-love and a lot of other stuff as well. I don't know why something keeps on coming up on here, but anyway, and we're gonna have just make sure you answer the prompts and everything so that you can be entered in the wheel because we'll add your name as you are answering the prompts. At least Jen will. She'll be our Vanna White tomorrow. You may see my cat walking around because whenever I see yoga, that's like the one thing she likes to do. So she's kind of curious. So just ignore her or you can watch her. She's really cute. Um, and so I guess let's just start, you know? So what I want you to do today is just relax and we're going to talk about ways to create daily success, which is equal to self-love, do a really beautiful higher being yoga today, I mean meditation today, and then we are going to just enjoy ourselves. So today I want you to just put what I want you to do is just place your left hand on your heart and then your right hand on top of that. I want you to just relax your shoulders, soften your jaw, and just close your eyes. And I want you to feel your heartbeat. And I want you to just feel the connection between you and your heart because that beating heart is you being alive. That beating heart is your love for yourself. Soften your shoulders a little bit. Notice how your chest is going up and down. Really become aware as you inhale and you exhale through the nose. Feeling your heartbeat, just connecting with yourself. This is really about accepting yourself, loving yourself. It's another tool in your box. Whenever you don't feel aligned, whenever you're anxious, whenever something is not going right, head back to placing your hands on your heart, feeling your heartbeat, noticing your chest going up and down. Relaxing your shoulders. Noticing with each inhale how your breath moves, and with each exhale, how you just let go of anything that doesn't serve you. And while you're here in this position, as your breath is flowing up and down, ask this question of yourself: why am I worthy of love? Why am I worthy of love? See what comes up, what thoughts come up. As you repeat it, because it's a question that we don't ask ourselves. Because you are worthy of love. But why do you think you're worthy of love? Inhaling and exhaling. Letting the breath flow. As you connect and ask your questions. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes, come back to the room. Nice and slow, just relax. So, how did that feel?
Nice.
Oh, good.
Okay, I don't know. I still. Okay, there we go. Is that better?
Can you
Okay, I
hear
can
her?
hear you now. How do you feel,
Good.
Terry?
Good. That was really peaceful.
It was? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Did anything come up?
I'm
Or
kind and lovable. I don't know if she
like
heard.
Yeah, I heard you. Did you
ask
hear her?
yourself sometimes, why do people love me or anything like that?
Could you hear her?
Question.
Okay, I guess she can't hear us again. Okay, we'll put it in the chat maybe. And
Wait, no, it's
oh,
working now.
okay, it's
Yeah.
okay. Okay, Terry, did you want to tell her again?
Okay, because I'm kind and loving, lovable.
Awesome. That's good. And that is also part of self-love. When you can say to yourself that I am kind, I am loving, it shows that, you are caring for yourself, because so many times we have that self-talk. And when you ask that question, then you realize, hey, you know what? I am kind, I'm loving. Because otherwise, with our negative self-talk, we don't really tell ourselves that. We just beat ourselves down, right? So this is a way to start bringing positive mindset and positivity into your mind, by asking that question. That's a great question to ask daily as well. When you get up in the morning, as an affirmation, if you ask that, then you start your day off by being like, hey, I'm kind, I'm generous, I'm amazing. So then your vibrations are raised in the day as well, right? Otherwise, you get up and you just wing it and you're just like, I don't know what I am. This person doesn't, and your day is, all over the place because you have not set it up. I'll be talking about that a little later, but today's mantra that I would like you guys to repeat and think about is, today I am grateful for myself and I accept me. Today I'm grateful for myself and I accept me, because we don't realize how grateful we should be for this life and for living and for everything around us, right? I mean, we should think about, maybe you might not feel like you're in the best situation, but there's always people who are not in such a good situation as you. So whatever situation you're in, you should be grateful for, because there's always somebody or something that, is not as good as you. Like, one thing I always tell my kids, and I always told them, never be jealous. You know what? If somebody has a huge house and they're your friend, just be kind to them and enjoy their house with them because they're your friend, right? Don't wish that you have that, because that friend might have a huge house, but their parents might be divorced or one of their parents might be dead. So what is the purpose of living on that big house, and wishing you had that, because you have to wish that you had everything that they have with it too. So it's just enjoy what you have and the people that you have. Never be jealous or want that. Always just be happy for everybody else, and then you'll be happy for yourself. And one thing that I heard from Oprah that was really, really great was, she said, focus on what you do have, because if you focus on what you don't have, you will never have enough.
Hmm.
Focus on what you do have and really love and enjoy that. Because if you keep on focusing on what you want and always the next best thing, you will never ever have enough. You'll always want more. So we need to learn to focus on ourselves, give ourselves self love, be in the present, and really care about where we are and who we are. Because what happens is we think about, oh, that person has more than me, or if I do this, this person will say this. We compare and we judge so much that we lose our focus and energy from ourselves, because we're giving energy to all these other thoughts. And so we're not taking care of ourselves. And so, really, really thinking about yourself, having mantras, and really making yourself more confident and happy is going to make all of this disappear, or at least not look so, you know, big in your world, because you're focusing on yourself, your self-love, and your own self-confidence. Who cares? So what, whatever people are doing? You need to think about you, because that will create better connections, better love, better communication with your partner, with your kids, with your friends, because you're just focusing on yourself and the people that you care about. you know, your sister's friend's mother who has something, or your aunt's daughter who has something, that's not what you focus on. You focus on your circle and you, and then you'll radiate energy and people will become attracted to you as well. And then you'll be in that circle of support and accountability, and that happiness will come as well. So I told you that I was going to tell you the one of the keys to daily success, and that is simply daily habits. I mean, it's the simplest thing, but we don't realize it because once we get older, our kids leave, our habits leave. We don't have to get up at 7 in the morning. We don't have sports. We don't have to worry about the meals. And so we just say, let's just wing it. I'm an empty nester. I've got no kids at home. I can get up at 10. I can clean the house at 5. I can cook dinner at 9. And then what happens is it just becomes a chaotic life and you're not happy. Nothing is organized. You're gaining weight. You're doing all these different fads. You're buying the books. You're watching, all the movies that tell you that this is how you're going to, succeed in life. I mean, you're just on this roller coaster. And that's when everything comes down. And that's when you realize that I have no self love. I feel guilty. I feel resentment. My life is not the way I want it to be. And it's because you don't have these simple daily habits. And these daily habits are going to cause energy, they're going to cause motivation, and they're really going to cause you to really get back into connecting with yourself, because all about nourishing and connecting with yourself. And if you have these daily habits, then you're taking care of yourself and your inner peace, because it's going to have you build confidence, which is going to build your self-love, and it's really going to give you a purpose. Because the thing is, if you think about it, we say we don't have a purpose, and that's because we're all disorganized. If you have a daily routine, if you are set on a positive schedule for yourself, where you nourish yourself, then you will know your purpose. We don't know our purpose because we don't know ourselves, right? If you don't know yourself and you don't have that inner peace and that strength to make your decisions and not compare, then how will you have your purpose? If you can't find what you want if you don't know what yourself wants. It's kind of like a weird kind of thinking, but people say, I don't, know my purpose. I don't know what to do in life. Well, do you love yourself? Do you take care of yourself? Do you have self-care? Do you have a routine? No, I don't have a routine. I don't, have do anything for myself. I'm just so busy. Well, if your mind is somewhere else and you're not nurturing yourself, how will you know what your purpose is? Because you don't know what you like, because you don't even know yourself enough to find out what you like. So that's where the morning routine really, really helps in creating habits. Um, so there are 3 to 5 things that you can do to, help with these daily habits. And I'll just name something, like what you have to remember about habits is that we have to go in baby steps. Because if I tell you, do this, this, and this, all of a sudden you're going to be overwhelmed and confused and be like, oh my gosh, this is just too much. Getting up in the morning is just hard enough, right? So you have to do what you can do. For some of you, doing one daily habit for the whole week and then adding on a second one is going to be amazing. For some of you, you can do 3. For some of you, it might take you a month to just add on one habit before you're comfortable. So do what you want and what you're aligned with, because nobody says you have to write in your journal, go for a walk, have some water, and meditate every single day. You have to have some type of routine that nourishes you and makes you feel good, but it doesn't have to be 5 things. It can be one thing that you start off with. It's really about doing it slow and managing yourself, because if it's too much and you feel overwhelmed, then you won't do it, because overwhelm is what stops us. Because rather than just cutting down the steps, we say, oh, this is just too much, I can't do it, it's not for me. Then we don't stay consistent and we fail. But if we say, okay, I want to do this, but just getting up in the morning and drinking a glass of water is all I can do, that's what you do. Then you feel energy, then you feel motivated that you've added one habit, and then you continue on. So does anybody have any questions before I go on?
No, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, right? I mean, it does. Yeah, and unless you hear somebody say it, you don't realize it, you know
Don't
it.
think it. Yeah.
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 Exactly. There's so many things we know, but unless we hear it, it's like, oh yeah, right? But then the next step is to take action because
Right.
you're hearing it, it makes sense, but so many of us will not take action. We'll be like, yeah, I know that, I heard that, and we'll be in a conversation with our friends and they'll say something, oh yeah, I know all about that. We know about everything, but we just don't take the action, right? So that's where the problem comes. So what you can do, like some things you can do for morning routine, is what I do, and it really helped. And my thing is when I do things, I do not teach or do things unless I've already done it, because I don't believe in teaching things unless I've been through it. That's why I, teach self-love, because I've taught myself how to do it. That's why I'm an empty nester coach, because I've gone through it. That's why I hydrate, or that's why I say affirmations, because I believe that if I do it, if it works for me, then I can teach it to you. Otherwise, I can't teach it to you if I haven't felt it or been through it. So what I did last year was I did for myself a 30-day affirmation challenge for myself, where I got up every morning for 30 days and I said an affirmation to set up my day for daily success. And that was amazing. By day 15, the way I was walking, the way I was talking, the way I was thinking changed, because every morning I was saying something positive. So really, like, when you're laying in bed, the minute you wake up in the morning and you become aware that you're alive again, you know, you just say something positive, like, today I'm not going to be a people pleaser. Today I'm going to make sure I'm healthy. Today I'm going to not let anything come in my way. Today I'm going to act calmly. Whatever you want for your day, that's what you say in the morning. Today I just want to be happy, or today I just want to be grateful. So when situations arise, that affirmation comes to your mind. So if somebody says something that is negative or doesn't work in your alignment, you're like, hey, I said I was going to be grateful. Let them say whatever they want. I feel grateful. So you're changing your mindset too, right? Because you set your day up for daily success with something positive. So all those negative things, or if anyone upsets you, or if something doesn't go the way you want it to go, an appointment is running late, your car doesn't work, you don't have enough groceries, whatever, you're just like, I'm just grateful that I have groceries. I'm just grateful that I have a house. So your thinking has changed because you've set it up every morning. So that is one thing that is really important. Another example could be, like, if you want to hydrate, put the water next to your bed, right? Because that way you get up in the morning and the water's there. If you want to write in a journal and drink water, add another habit. On the kitchen table the night before, have your journal, have your pen, have your water there. So when you get up in the morning, you've got two habits done. You're writing in your journal and you're sipping your water. Another great thing is, like, if you want to work out, put your shoes right in front of the garage door. So every time you pass by, or, before you leave the house, you're going to wear your tennis shoes. You're going to take a walk up and down the street. And my really big tip for people who want to start walking is, the first week, just put on your tennis shoes and tie them. Walk around the house for 1 week just with your tennis shoes on. Feel how it feels to, wear your tennis shoes and just love it. Brand new tennis shoes, old tennis shoes, whatever, because then you'll start getting the feelings. The second week, open the door, look outside, and shut the door. It's a simple step, but you don't have to go for a walk. Open the door, be like, oh, the weather's great. Go sit down, have a cup of tea for 1 week. The third week, go outside, wear your shoes, open the door, but go outside. Take 10 steps and come back. And then each week build on that, because that makes it exciting. You're like, oh my gosh, next week I can do this. And then you go more, and then you go more, because it really takes a little bit of motivation to have something happen. You don't have to do everything all at once, because that's not self-love. When you say, I'm going to walk, and you walk 10 miles or even 2 miles for 5 days and say, oh shit, this is enough. I can't do this. And then we don't stay consistent. We're done. And then we say we fail, then we don't have the self-love. So really, self-love is also nurturing yourself and knowing what you are needing. Your friend can walk 5 miles, but if you can only walk 10 steps, then you should be confident enough to say, you know what, I'll walk your 10 steps and you go ahead, but after 10 steps, I'm going back. And some people will like it, some people will laugh, but who cares? You're confident. Why should you push yourself and then you're going to end up failing, when you should know yourself and do only as much as you can? Because the main reason we fail is because we're not consistent and we set ourselves up for failure because we don't set ourselves up for success. And then we have that negative self talk, and then we don't feel happy, and then we just say we can't do it. And then, you might gain the weight or not be happy. And the self talk does not allow you to be the person that you are. So, self love is something that is so important, and you have to really know yourself. So when you create daily habits, it's going to be a way for you to create success in your life as well. Because one thing that we say to ourselves that's an excuse is that we're lazy. You're not lazy, is that you're overwhelmed. You are confused because you don't know the next step, or the step in your head is too big. So what we need to do is we need to back up and let the ego go and be like, one step, that's fine. That's all I can do. Like if you want to detox sugar, why do we say, oh, I'm just going to throw all the sugar away? After 3 days, you're going to go crazy. Why can't you say every Monday, I'm going to stop sugar, or every Monday from 2 to 4, I'm not going to have sugar? Baby steps. That's what creates self-love, and that's also what creates a daily success. And another reason why we fail is because we don't set ourselves up for success. So if you want to start drinking more water, then you need to put water around your house in the beginning. Maybe water in the family room, water in the kitchen, water in the bedroom, water in your office. Right? You will succeed if everything is easy for you. If you want to start reading a book after you make your bed in the morning, place the book on your pillow. So when you get in bed, that book is there and you read one page. It's really, really easy if you listen to it. You just have to really know yourself and have that confidence, because the wrong mindset is going to create negative beliefs, and it's going to have negative self-talk, and then you won't succeed in your goals of what you want and your desires. So the thing is that you're not failing if you do something. It's your system that is failing. We think it's us, but it's not us. It's our system. It's the way we are living. It's the way we are setting ourselves up for success. Most of us set ourselves up for failure because we're winging life. We're just like winging, whatever. I'll get up. I'll get up. You have something to do, but you just don't do it because you're overwhelmed or you don't have the proper routine. Another example is my daughter. She's like, Mom, I have to do this, this, and this, and this. And I don't have time because I'm working Monday through Friday and I'm working till 10:30 and then I'm exhausted. And I told her, I said, you know what? If you're working so much Monday through Friday, then the other stuff you have, don't even worry about that. Every Saturday and Sunday, take out 2 hours to do the things you need to do. Because she was doing negative talk. She was saying, I'm not good enough. I've got so much. I'll never get this. I'll never do. And I was like, stop. Monday through Friday, do your work that you have to do. Saturday and Sunday, just take 2 hours. And if somebody says, let's go for brunch, or let's go for out, then you say, hold on, I'll go for brunch, and you get up 2 hours early before your brunch, or you do your work and then you go, because it's all about really, really standing up and holding your boundaries. It's so much fun to go to lunch, but then if you come home and you're upset and your stuff hasn't been done, then it's really, really overwhelming, and then you go back into that negative field. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, how daily habits really, really are about mindset and setting you up for daily success. So I went a little over on that talk, but that's something that I love. I really, really love to talk about habits because it just, since I've created my own habits, everything opens. You feel happier, you feel more joy. So this is the favorite part, which everybody likes, where they can just relax and close their eyes. And I've got a really nice meditation for higher being. So I just want you to, relax and reflect. And if you have any questions after the meditation, just go ahead and let me know. But I really think that I'm very proud of you guys. And I really think that once you add these tools that I'm giving you, whether it's the anxiety yoga, whether it's the belly breath, whether it's the touching your heart, the daily habits, these are all tools that are setting you up for success, which I know you can do. So why don't we just close our eyes? Why don't we just relax. You can lay down, you can sit up, whatever is best for you. And I chose this because we're on day 4, and I really thought that a higher self meditation would really be nice because you guys have slowly built up, your meditation, and you get into the relaxing mode and you're enjoying it. So I thought this would be really nice. So as you close your eyes, just check on your belly and your chest. If the breath is coming from your chest, try to move it down to the belly. And just reflect on this topic of higher self and self-love, because that's so important. When you think about your higher self or where you want to be, how does that make you feel? And once again, remind yourself that you're not alone. There are other people who are going through the same thing as you. And the awareness and the steps that you're taking are amazing. So just make sure you're really comfortable. If you need blankets, pillows, whatever you need, just relax and take this time. This allows for maximum relaxation and connection to your higher self. So let's breathe 3 big breaths together, each breath taking you closer to creative intelligence. Inhaling as fully as you can, expanding your lungs and belly, holding it for a moment, and exhale. Inhale, feeling relaxed sensations encompassing your body, hold it. And exhale. Inhaling as much as you can, feeling great power through oxygenation. Hold it and soak it up. And exhale. So just relax, allowing your eyes to gently close, taking your sense of vision away, and begin to focus on all the sounds around you. So just relax, allow your eyes to gently close, taking your sense of vision away, and begin to focus on the sounds around you. Perhaps you can only hear this recording and my voice. Perhaps you can hear other sounds in the room. Whatever it is, it's good. Now for a moment, stop listening to all the sounds and slowly begin to listen to the sensations in your body. What are your fingertips touching? Notice how the palms of your hands feel. What are your feet touching? Notice how the soles of your feet feel. Become aware of your head and notice how the scalp feels. Can you sense how extremely powerful your brain is? How about your mind? Can you become aware of your mind? How big is your mind? How big is your imagination? Our abilities to imagine are boundless. The mind does not have a limit, however. You can literally use the great power of your creative imagination to experience quantum dimensions. I'm going to count from 10 to 1, and with each number I say, you will float along the timeline of your past, just observing all the moments of your life as it passes without involving any emotions. You are floating along this timeline of life all the way to your birth, making your way back to the soul level, where you can communicate with your higher self, also known as your quantum self. 10. Let your mind begin to drift back in time. What were you doing this morning, yesterday, last month? 9. See what you were doing last year. 8. Floating back along your timeline 5 years ago. And now 10 years ago. 7. You drift all the way back to your school days to see moments that flash by when you were a teenager. 6. Drifting through your childhood. See where you lived during these times. Any memories that come, just let them pass by. 5. You are seeing things from when you were young, perhaps any real accounts of memories you had, or maybe just stories you were told about in the early years. 4. You can see your baby now. You're about to walk, and you can see yourself so clearly. 3. You're a very tiny baby now. Before you could walk, see people caring for you, observe any colors and any sounds you may notice for the first time. 2. Now you are in your mother's womb and you're warm. It's quiet in there and you feel wanted in the world outside of your mother. 1. Now you are only but a spark of life in your mother, sent from your father. And 0, you are passing through back into the spiritual dimension, the place of unlimited awareness. Observe whatever you are experiencing right now. You sense a presence that is pure and beautiful. It is the most intelligent presence you've ever felt. This presence is your spirit. It's your higher self. Notice the qualities of the existence, what it's like. Allow for a moment of stillness now. This higher self has been waiting a long time for you to come to this moment where you can connect and you can learn. What form does this higher knowledge take at this moment? What do they look like? Notice every detail and quality about this quantum being that you can. Get excited and start listening. The first bit of knowledge the Spirit offers is about you in your human form, giving you insight about something you need to know. So open yourself up completely now to anything you need to learn about the current human incarnation you are experiencing. And listen. Listen with an open mind, allowing anything into your mind that needs to present itself. Good. Any messages you receive here and now, you remember for the rest of your human life. This is a very important moment with your total soul of consciousness. You may hear messages in forms of words, or you may have a feeling whatever you experience is perfectly fine. This is your intuition. Allow your intuition to speak to you. Good. This moment you are spending with your intuition is void of any fears. Fear cannot exist when spirit is present. So without any burden or fear, ask this all-knowing higher knowledge whatever you need to and whatever comes to mind. Say to your higher self, How can my human incarnation carry out to my soul's purpose? And listen. Incarnation as life on earth is experiencing the kinds of school, the spirit that you're in now, anything you need to know as a student in human form. Now listen very closely, because only the messages you receive right now are going to be very important in your life. As you spend time together, you're completely rejuvenated. Your mind automatically sorts through a problem with ease and clarity. Earth is a chance for us to solve only and all problems so that we can fully experience pure paradise. As your higher self, now anything that comes to mind, and listen to it very closely. There are 7 messages that your higher self has for you right now. So as they say each of these things to you, sit with the messages and allow yourself to make of what it will. You deserve the best in every situation. You have a special gift. Turn the negatives into positives. Live and let others live. Allow time for play. Allow time for meditation. Allow time for love. Good. And now you're going to merge fully and completely with your higher self. Bring your full access to your intuition during every moment of your human life. Allow yourself to connect completely with your higher self. Become a powerful force, never separating again. You are now one with your intuition that guides you while you are in human form, knowing that human form is only temporary. Ask your intuition anything you want and listen with great respect. You are one with your higher whole self, complete, able to access infinite intuition at any moment of your physical incarnation. Sit for a moment and really experience the sense of wholeness. Good. And now we are going to travel to an experience in the past life that will allow you to clear anything that could be holding you back in your present life. So begin to float along your timeline, and I will count down to 5. With each number I say, you get closer and closer to the past life that you need to witness, the past life that will allow you to release any limitations. 5, drifting and floating along the timeline. 4, 3, 2, allowing your mind to bring you back to the past life. 1, you are now in the past. Gaze around and see what you notice. It appears that past life is one that allows you to release anything that is holding you back, removing any blocks you may. Whatever comes up for you, just open yourself to it. Imagine yourself looking down at your feet. What do they look like? See your surroundings. Where are you? Notice the details and every cue that comes about. Sense what kind of person you are in your past life's experience. What kind of clothes do you wear? What kind of people do you know? How do you feel in this body? You see that you are going to a place, perhaps an event or a ceremony, to remove any blocks that you have. See this day happen. There are important people here, those that greatly support you. See the special things in this day, allowing for any limitations to be free. Feel in your body the sensation of blockage. Notice how you feel each time something more release happens in this ceremony. You have been waiting for this day for a long time. And others attending the ceremony also in spirit, incarnating this vision to congratulate you on your advancement into the complete freedom. The spirit in this experience are people you know now, people you have known, and people you will know along your human life. They are your pure spirit. See your body glowing with beautiful energy once you are fully freed. You have completed the spiritual ceremony through this amazing past life experience. You are completely unblocked and you feel more free than ever before. Enjoy this freedom. And now let your mind leave the ceremony being happy and experience it. Let your mind float and drift, bringing into your imagination the thought of a beautiful beach. You are walking through the white sand and it's soft and it's warm under your feet. Small waves are lapping on the shore. And as you walk, you see the sand, the colorful seashells, the rocks, the seaweed, and your own footprints. You notice a piece of driftwood that is perfect size for riding in the sand, and so you pick it up and go to where the sand and the wet sea water is, and you begin to write your name in the sand, and notice the sounds the stick makes as you scratch the sand. Good. Now step back from your name and look at it. You notice a small wave comes and partially washes away your name, also washing away all your fears. Another one comes and washes your name even a little more, washing away anything that brings anguish. And another one comes until your name is totally washed out, completely washing away any worries until all you can see are the ripples of the sand where your name used to be. And you continue your walk, this beautiful beach, noticing the temperature and the weather, and perhaps the sun on your skin and the breeze on your face. It feels wonderful. Maybe you hear some birds. As you walk a little further, you notice a chair. So you sit in the chair and you rest, and you gaze at the horizon and the beautiful sky. As you look into the beautiful scene, you witness and you notice a small white cloud in the horizon. When this cloud gets closer, you notice the cloud is very intelligent. This cloud is infinite knowledge. Any questions you have, begin to blow them out towards the cloud. Watch as you blow them out, as your desires go out. The cloud becomes heavier and heavier, and you continue to blow into the cloud, and the cloud soaks everything up. And all of a sudden, there's a heavy rain, and the beautiful rain is filling you with infinite knowledge. Enjoy the storm and soak up the boundaries of intelligence. Good. You've had an amazing experience today, and you've gone through your entire life. Think about what you've learned today. I'm going to count and we're going to come back. 1, coming back. 2, feeling good. 3, feeling strong. 4, breathing the fresh oxygen. 5, feeling complete. 6, feeling whole. 7, feeling wiser. 8, coming back now. 9, almost there. 10, feeling happy and rejuvenated. Okay, come when you're ready, you can come back. You can just sit in this for a moment. And when you're ready, you can come back. It was a long meditation, but when you go to your higher self and you go to your past, it's really important to go through all these small steps. And it's in the recording now, so it's something you can continuously do, and it will release a lot of things. So, any reflections on how it was? Or are you still in that kind of daze and mode?
It was interesting, really interesting, because like what came up for me early on was that I was wanted. I was
Yeah.
adopted. So I always wondered, my birth mother apparently wanted me.
Yeah, I love that. And look at the
Really
smile on
cool.
your face. Literally from before the meditation to now, you're like glowing because, in the beginning you talked about kindness and how you were such a giving person. And now you feel wanted. So you're just experiencing so much. I mean, your face is like glowing and shining. So that's so good. That's the place where you want to be. The feeling that you feel now of wanted is what you want to try to get. And that's going to happen with this working on your self-love and doing these meditations.
Practice.
Yeah,
Practice. Yeah, thank you.
that's amazing. How about you, Jen?
I feel like I could take a nap.
Look like it. Yeah, exactly. Were you able to go through it? Because it was kind of a long meditation.
Yeah, I went through it.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Because sometimes when long ones kind of be like, oh my gosh, but then if you get really into it, it just brings up so much and it's so great. So that's it for today. Don't forget tomorrow actually, we have our masterclass, 3 keys to self-love, which is gonna be so exciting. I'm gonna go through that. And then at the end, we're gonna spin the wheel and we have a self-care box, and I'm gonna give away some other prizes too, because I feel very giving. So I'm just gonna give that to everybody. And so make sure you're there. And today's extra special, lesson on self-care of the body and the face and everything is going to be face yoga. So I'm going to throw you 3 things to help you with facial yoga for wrinkles, for helping the neck and everything else. So the first thing that you can do is to pucker your lips like this, and then open them up with a smile. And that's really going to help with the jawline and the neck. So it's, you just look in the mirror and you do that 10 times. I look like I'm on like auto replay or something doing that. Right? Okay. The next one to do is to look up and take your fingers and put them where your collarbone is, and look up as much as you can and just feel the stretch, and then just open and close your mouth. And that's gonna be good for your neck and your jawline. Yeah. And you can feel the stretch when you do that. Yeah. And then slowly come down. All movements should be nice and slow. Yeah. You guys are doing great. Good job, guys. And the next one is to just lightly pinch all the way up to your ears. Pinching is good. What I usually do though, I've seen like and learned to pinch, but I like to take my fingers like this and just push it up. Yeah, push it up, and then, I take it by the bottom of the ear and I pull it down just to like release any tension and, the lymphatics. And of course, like yesterday, bring it down. But if you go like this, you'll see sometimes it's smooth and sometimes you might have a knot. So if you just keep on doing that and putting your thumb underneath, it really helps with the jawline and also removing any tension we have in our face, because we don't realize that we have like these little balls in our face that are these tension balls. So we need to do that. And I always, when I put lotion on and stuff, I always move the lotion upwards. I never, because I feel like if I'm putting it on, I just sagging it down. So just always move your lotion and everything in an upward position. So that's my little tip for today. Okay, guys, so great to see you. Please do the journal prompts, and I will see you tomorrow in the masterclass, 3 Keys to Self-Care, Self-Love.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.